So there you are. So this is my browser. So if I want to access virtual labs, I use this link, vlab.co.in, just that. vlab.co.in. Then I press enter. I hope my meeting has started recording.
The flag.
Yeah, it's recording. Yeah, so let's mute our microphones to avoid the background noise in the recording. Now, it's opening. Well, looks like my Wi-Fi is not working properly. Do my hotspots. Well, I hope I'm back online.
Yes.
Well, let's see whether it will open. Yeah, so this is the virtual labs system is under the Ministry of Education in India, but at least it is accessible from anywhere in the world. So it is open, it doesn't require you to pay anything. You can see it covers some broad areas of virtual labs: electronics and communications, computer science, electrical, mechanical, chemical, engineering, biotechnology and biomedical engineering, civil engineering, physical sciences, chemical sciences. So you can try physical sciences. What do we have there? You can see there is astrophysics, optics, mechanical, virtual, laser, but those ones could be difficult to understand. So see, chemical sciences. We have inorganic chemistry. That's where you can get the titration. So we can just go straight to acid-base titration. Now, so this forms now the experiment of acid-base titration. So there's the theory bit of acid-base titration, which you can use as part of your notes. Just need to read through, you see whether it is good for the level of your learners. You can also make your own. So the description, the chart for the indicators, which indicator do you to use where, all that you have taught your learners, calculations, all that is here, including use of benzene or is it what it is. Then you have the procedure of carrying out an acid-base titration. Just the same, choose the titrant, choose the titrate, select the normality of the titrate, choose the volume of the liquid to be pipetted out, select the indicator, start titration. Endpoint is noted at the color change of the solution. Then from the readings, you can do the calculations. Here is the formula. All that can be able to see that. Now, the system also has some kind of self-evaluation that you need to, you create an account, you log in, then you can be able to do the assessment. Then there is this, the one that I want you to take note of is now this part, which has the simulator, whereby we'll be able to illustrate our experiment for acid-base titration. Yeah, as you can see, we have our apparatus. So this is the heating equipment, could be a Bunsen burner or just electrical one like this one. This is the stand, there is the burette, there is the beaker, conical flask. What is this? Yeah, it's a conical flask. Then now, if you click on this side, you'll be able to select the titrant, maybe hydrochloric acid. You can select the speed at which you want it to flow. I want to put a higher flow so that it will be easy for us to see the change quite fast. Then titrate the sodium hydroxide. It may be, this is the hydrochloric acid. Normality of and volume. So let's just use that. That is the default. So, and then you say you start, and you can see down here, there is, instead of shaking, use your hand, there is something that mixes. So it is called agitation in chemistry terms. So you just click on start, and you will see here it going down. Then so yours is to time when it changes the color like that, you stop so you can see. Then you record the reading from here. So it is here, it is 1 ml used. Yeah, 1 ml. So that is it. So you are able now to illustrate how an acid-base titration happens using virtual labs. So that is for chemistry. And you can proceed on to assignment, references, then feedback. So you have a full instructions for a particular experiment. So if you are teaching that, instead of just explaining and then trying to draw things on the board, you can easily demonstrate using virtual labs. And if you don't have the chemicals, then you can be able to do that. And this one will give you similar results as if you were doing the actual experiment. Then now from here, when you get opportunity to get your students to the lab, then they can be able to, they will relate what they have seen here and what you're trying to do. Unlike the way when we were learning in high school, the teacher explains, draws on the board. When you go to the chemistry lab, he demonstrates. Then you meet in exams and you are trembling, you're shaking like a leaf. So, and again, this one is okay because the students can do themselves again and again. They just get used to the procedure. Yeah, so that is for chemistry. I want us to illustrate now for building and construction. It is usually, so this is the civil engineering, yeah. Yeah, so when you're dealing with the construction or concrete structures, sometimes you need to test the strength of your cement and your mixture, the portions that you have put to to see whether it has the right strength that you are expecting, even the quality of the cement. So you need to do tests, and these things are learned in class for the students. So this is the same. It has introduction, the objective. Then we have the list of experiments in that area for concrete structures. We have compressive strength tests of concrete cube. There is these others which might not be relevant to your area for now. We're just using them for illustration so that we can see that we can be able to do different kinds of experiments or virtual labs online. So if I click on this, it gives me the theory as usual about what comprehensive strength test of concrete is. We can read the first paragraph. Concrete as a material is valued for its comprehensive strength. Of all the properties of hardened concrete, comprehensive strength is the most important. Comprehensive strength of concrete is required for assuring the design strength. It is also used to obtain an estimate of flexural strength and elastic modulus by means of established relationships. So there is a formula there. Now, so how is that done? So the specimen are prepared. So you make cubes of concrete and you keep them in water, right? So that they cure. That is a process known as curing. After that, you measure the dimensions and the mass. So the length of the specimen shall be taken to the nearest 0.2 millimeters. And then how to position, how to rate the loading, when do you say it has failed, then how do we assess how it has failed? Does it look like this? Does it look like this? Does it look like this? And then, so you can be able to tell if you are learning that. And then how do we record the readings? We have specimen 1, specimen 2, 3. Then each of them has its own values. Then others, we are doing the calculations. Yeah, then we can tell the results, shape, age, all that we record. Then we have the precautions that you will need to take when you're doing that test. So safety is also considered. Now, so we can go straight to simulation because the others you can read on your own. So it's actually now demonstrating how it is done in the workshop. So this is the machine that is used, called a CTM machine. And this guy here is the one conducting the testing. Now you can see the guy is in safety gear and ready to start the test. So you click on start here. So you say when you casted your concrete, let's say on 4th, what is the size of the cube? It's 10 by 10 because it is standard. You're using standard standard containers to create the cubes. Then, so this is your cube. It is 7 days old. It is 10 centimeter round. So it has a cross-sectional area of 100 square centimeters. You need 3 specimens to test and record the results. So we go next. So here is the curing tank where we have put the cubes, and we are going to take, you can see this is 434343, that is the date. This is that 112, that 112. So those are different. They are not the same as this one. So you don't select the one. So you pick the first cube, the second cube, and the third cube. After you do that, you do the cleaning. So you're doing the cleaning. So after you do the cleaning, you place it on the machine, CTM. You clean it again to be sure so that it is not slippery. Then you place it on the machine. So after that, you do the settings on the machine. So we will enlarge this so that we say what kind of pressure we need to exert on them. So for a 10 by 10 by 10 cube, we use 2.33 kilonewtons. So we have set the machine, it's ready to do the crushing. So we expand this so that we can be able to see the reading. We click on the start button, so it starts and fails at that point. Then we stop, it records it's 295 kilonewtons. Then we move to the next specimen, number 2. We clean it. Then we place it. We repeat the settings, 2.33. We submit. We click next. So what if we put the wrong figures? We will try with the next. So that one fails at 323. So we go to the next one. We clean it. We place it on the CTM machine. Next, we set the pressure going to exert there. So let's say 3.33. So it will tell me to enter the correct value. For 10 by 10, it is 2.3. It is a standard. For 15 by 15 by 15, it's 5.25. So I have to put the correct value. Then I submit. I increase this. I say start. So it fails at 242. So we have tested the 3 specimens, and now we want to do our calculations. We see whether they all passed. So we click next to, since the computer is able to do the calculations, then we'll just be able to see the result. So you click here to show the results for specimen 1, 2, 3. So you can see this is 295, 323, 242. This is way below, as you can see. But then we need to make a decision. So we view. So specimen number 3 is not okay. So we need to get one more specimen to confirm whether indeed we need to discard the whole, or we can say it is okay because it is just one that could have been having some weakness. So we go, we pick another specimen from the curing tank. We test it and record the readings. So expand this, we start. See where it has, it's almost 300, it's 312. You can see that one is close to the other 2. So we can view the results. So specimen number 3, the second one, is okay. So the average comprehensive strength is 29.83. Then that is it. We are done with our experiment. Then we can just show our recordings, date of testing, load at failure is there. The strength at failure, you did the calculations, it is there. The average is 29.83, valid, invalid. So you have finished your comprehensive strength test of concrete lab. So that is now, you can demonstrate that online. If you are teaching online, then when you get opportunity to go to the lab, then you can be able to have your students do the actual the actual workshop activity. But now this one provides an opportunity to your students to do this again and again until they know the procedure or they understand what happens when you do a certain type of experiment. Then from there, you'll be able to reinforce using the lab. So that marks the end of our virtual labs. I'll let you to go and look for your own experiments that apply in your area and try to see whether you can follow through and be able to conduct an experiment and see whether it is possible to use them in your lesson plan. So you can also, when you will get an opportunity to do a micro teach, since the lab doesn't come to you, to the room where you're doing the micro teaching, then you can try to pull these virtual labs and see whether it will make any difference. And for sure, we expect that your students will be better engaged because you can show them how to do it, and then you supervise them doing it. It will even reduce the way you handle your timing in class. So this one, for demonstration purposes, you can be able to estimate the time you'll use. And then for letting your students do it, you can also estimate the same, and you'll not struggle to complete 2 hours to teach. Well, so with that, any comments? Any comments?
No, kuna mahali naweza nini? Naweza ulizia. Okay. Hello, sir.
Yes, yes.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
Yeah, thank you for taking us through this demonstration. I was only asking whether in applied sciences we can be able to do an experiment for example, microscopy or the staining procedures. So it means this micro lab is just designed with quite a number of experiments.
Yeah, and you can get more online. It doesn't have to be this particular site. You can get others from other places. So that could be in biotechnology and biomedical engineering.
Yeah, probably microbiology or biomedical engineering, where we deal with the staining of microorganisms. As an experiment where you determine the...
Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, so you read what is there? There is biomedical signal and image processing. There is biochemistry, bioinformatics. So yes. Biological image processing.
Biological image processing lab.
Okay. So let's open and see. So we have introduction to biological image analysis, quantification of lignin in tissue sections. You do that? Analysis of cell morphology. Yeah.
Maybe you can do that analysis of cell morphology.
Yeah, so I'm not going to do it. I'm just trying to show you that they are there. So during your own time,
yes.
During your own time, just open, explore, see how you can apply it in your teaching and learning. So yeah, it's just we were just illustrating so that we open your eyes and tell you that you have options. You don't have to always depend on the physical labs, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So any other comment or question? Well, now that we are done with that, the other thing we said is about something known as active presenter, maybe download. So but even before we go that, we can go to YouTube so that you need to learn how to use it, but it is not complicated. So it's just allowing your mind to explore things. Well, so you can just search introduction to active presenter. Yeah. Then you can just enter. Yeah, so you can just check which tutorial can help you pick up. Like now you can see this guy here is using that software known as Active Presenter to...
My name is Munzir Dale. I'm a professor of electrical engineering and computer science at MIT. The partnership that we...
Hello everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to give you an in-depth tutorial about Active Presenter, an all-in-one e-learning authoring software of Atomy Systems. I designed this tutorial to help new users of Active Presenter understand how this program works, and how you can make use of its cool features. Here are the key features of Active Presenter, which you can easily find out on their homepage. There are many demo videos about what you can create with Active Presenter there too.
Well, now, so my work is to just arouse your curiosity so that you can be able to look for that. So I searched for this so that you can see, you can be able to freely download it. You don't have to pay for, because some of the things that are paid for, you might not use them at the moment. So you can just go to download, you click on download, you download, then you install. So once you have installed, it will be in your computer. So when you want to demonstrate something from your computer, then you can be able to just record yourself speaking, and yeah, and then it opens like that. It has different options. The most basic one that you can use yourself is here on the left-hand side. You can see record as screen as videos. So I will say record as video. Then it will give me this this window to help me select some options. So I can record the whole screen, right? Or I can select a section. So let's just use whole screen. Then I can be able to enable my webcam if I want to be seen in the video. So I can say webcam on. So as you can see, it is opening up. Well, let's assume it's going to work. Then I'll be able to select the microphone so that I can hear. So don't say do not record my microphone. Select your microphone. So when you start speaking, you will see showing you that now you are recording your voice. Then after that, I say start record. It will count 3, 2, 1, and then I will start maybe explaining. Yeah, so let's just try. So I say record. So it will count for me here 3, 2, 1. So by that time, I'll be ready to, 3, 2. Yeah, so in today's lesson, we are going to see how to download the Active Presenter app for your recording and creating of interactive videos. So you go to atomisystems.com, then you click on download, then you select Active Presenter. It will open the options for Active Presenter for Windows and Active Presenter for Mac OS. Then you click on the download button. Once you click on it, the Active Presenter will be downloaded. Then you'll be able to install it on your computer. So once you're finished that, you click down here, it will be here. So you click on it and say stop. So you click on stop. Yeah, so it stops. Once it stops, it brings for you an opportunity to edit so that you can even cut the voice where there was funny images and all that. It is saying the webcam did not start, so but it will give us the other content. Yeah, so this is it. I have already recorded. This is what I recorded that you can see here at the middle. So if I click on this, we can listen to what I was saying. In today's lesson, we are going to see how to download the Active Presenter app for your recording and creating of interactive videos. So you go to atomisystems.com, then you click on download, then you select Active Presenter. The options for Active Presenter for Windows and Active Presenter for Mac OS. Then you click on the download button. Once you click on it, the Active Presenter will be downloaded. Then you'll be able to install it on your computer. So once you're finished that, so now you have options here at the top to do the editing, or you can just save what you have. So what I'm going to do, I will go to export. So you can see export. I know. Let me just make it smaller so that we can see. So you can see here there is export. So you can export into various formats. Let's just make a video. So we see export as video. Then you give options. We give the name. Maybe it was lesson 1, Active Presenter, how to. Yes, so then you can see it is going to be stored in the documents folder. So I can remove this and it goes directly to the folder of documents. So I say okay. So it is exporting and you wait for it to finish and it will become a video. Yeah, so it is already exported. So I can open the folder where it has gone to, and we can be able to see it. Where is it? It is here. So now you have a video of you presenting something or illustrating something, which was a PowerPoint presentation that you did, or you are creating the genome. Today's lesson, we are going to see how to download the active presenter. So you can hear that. Huh? So you go to we're close. So we are done with that. So you can keep it for if you save it using the original format, you can edit later. But we don't want to do that. I leave that one to you to explore. So that is number 2, which you have finished. You can ask questions, but you will go and explore yourself. You'll go and explore yourself. There is a lot of information for you to follow so that you are able to do it. You can also create videos, upload on your YouTube channel, and make money from there. It's up to you. Questions? Or you left? No, you are in at 5 of you. 4. Yeah, so the last bit of our class today is on using PowerPoint to record your lesson. Using PowerPoint to record your lesson. So I want to see whether I have. Let me open this one. Yeah, so this is the lesson 7 on event-driven programming about procedures. So I can use this record so that I can teach as if I have students that I'm demonstrating to, and I can be able to even highlight and all that in presentation mode. So it is simple. You can just record from the beginning. So it will convert to presentation mode. It will change to presentation mode, and then it will start recording, and you will introduce your lesson and finish it. Then you will be able to export video here and you share to your students. There's an alternative here, Mix, which is not coming with the application, but you need to install it. So, but I'm not going to show you that. The difference that it has more functions than record, but record is sufficient for us at the moment. You can learn this later on. So if I click on from the beginning here to start recording, so yeah, so this is my slides. So there is the recording button up there. So you can add notes here if you want, or we just use this. So you can change the view to slide view so that it is full. And as you can see, this one is also recording my picture here. So I say start recording, then I start explaining. So I'll behave as if I am introducing a lesson. Then I'll be able to record as I scroll through the presentation and also explaining. So I'll do a few slides for the purposes of our own good. So you can change the camera layout, can resize all that. But anyway, let's start. Learners, in today's lesson, we are going to learn about procedures. Our objectives will be, by the end of the lesson, you are able to write a procedure to calculate the sum of two numbers. In Visual Basic, we have modules and procedures. Large projects are much more manageable if they are broken up into modules. Visual Basic supports several types of modules. Standard modules, form modules, and class modules. Procedure, including an event procedure or self-contained group of Visual Basic that can be accessed from a remote within a physical node. Why should we use procedures? And you're able to do all that because, of course, you should have been prepared, not just doing something that has a lot of problems and people will not enjoy listening to you or what you are saying. Then, of course, you can be able to use like a pen, then you can illustrate. This is a keyword, is a keyword, and this one is also a keyword. So if you end sub, you start with sub, you end sub. So you can be able to do that, all that, and then after you finish, you say stop. I don't know whether I was even recording. It's reading 00. So we can start recording from here just briefly so that we see. Yeah, so now we are recording. So as I was saying that you can be able to even annotate. Then you can disable, move to the next. I talk about subroutines and procedures, move to the next. This is a sample procedure. So you start at the top, the keyword stop, start, then you can be able to do all that. And this is how you call procedures. Then you can stop the recording. We have done some few seconds. So after that, you can see here at the top, we can just export. So where do you want to export this? Let's put it maybe in the documents folder. So we did the other one, documents. So we say export. It downloads. So it is doing the exporting. And since it is short, I want to believe that it will not take long to render. Yeah, so as it exports, well, so it is finishing up. But you can see this one is taking very long and the video is very short. So that's why sometimes you don't prefer it. But it is an option for you. Well, so you can see it has finished. So we just open. Would you like to open this file? Okay. We exit this. But you can see it has done some recording. So let's listen to the video. Looks like it not capture the audio. We should have done more settings, but you can see it has done a video for us. All right. Yeah, so you can be able to also use that. So there are a myriad of options that you can use to have you record your videos online. So I don't want to save the changes, but it stay the way it is. Yeah, so I think that is what we said we are going to just cover today, so that we can now be able to try and use them in creating our content, even for teaching and learning. So I stop there for today, unless you have questions.
Good evening.
Good evening, Winnie.
How did we get to the point that we started recording? I did not understand there.
On which software?
The third one, using PowerPoint to record the lesson.
Yeah, so I don't know whether you wait for this recorded video to follow through, so that you can be able to see whether you can follow again, instead of me repeating, because some people are complaining about data.
Okay.
I will send the link so that you'll be able to just follow what you've done for the whole lesson once again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other issue? Well, so with that, I want to wish you the best in your upcoming exams. And also as you grow, as you progress, I hope this knowledge will add value to your teaching and learning, so that you're not stranded when it comes to use of teaching aids and also integration of ICT in your teaching and learning. Instead of you losing that mark, you can try and see whether you can put something in your teaching and learning while you'll be on teaching practice. And you have to start now, so by the time you go to teaching practice, you have confidence of using the tools. You can be blank if you reach somewhere and you don't know what to do next and people are looking at you. But if you use it again and again, you will now get used to it. You'll be able to get used to it, and it will now be easier for you to use it anytime, anywhere in your lessons. So thank you for calling in and listening to me, and have a good night.
You too.